Steve, what's your initial reaction after picking up a point today?
Well, if you would have looked at probably the performance in the first half, and we were slightly better in the start of the second half, but not really good enough. With that, but there we go. We finished the game. I thought we finished the game really, really well, and really should have won it. Brandon Fleming's chance, we thought that one was the one going in. It's like hit his heel and just gone wide. So that was, I suppose, the only disappointment was the last sort of 20 minutes of the game. I think we could have won it.
They took a front in the first half. How do you feel that went?
I think it probably shows. How it went. It doesn't. I understand. People wanting to up front and they think it changes. Well, it does. It does change us. Yeah. It makes us worse. It makes us worse. We haven't been really built for that this year, and when we made the changes, we look much better. We look much better within it. So yeah, I don't need to say any more really about that.
How satisfied were you once you made those 4 changes? They certainly did make an impact.
Yeah, no, I thought they were great, and the thing is as well, it would have been easier for us, but they made a change, so they almost matched us back up again then, which would have made that actually more difficult to get into it and to get into any flow. But I thought the lads were really, really good. Certainly in that last 20 minutes. What they don't realise, and I just said to them afterwards in there, it's harder to turn a game around from a poor start than it is to start the game well. So we started with 2 strikers, but I'm not convinced on it, and neither are they. But we had a look at it today, see how it goes. When obviously you've lost a couple of games, and you can change a couple of things just in case you've missed something really. So yeah, I'm fairly relaxed that we tried 2 up. I'm not overly surprised that it didn't work, if I'm honest. Most of the teams up there in the division have played with three forwards, in wingers and a striker, and we haven't done bad with it. So that's not to say we won't do it at any stage. I think to get to 2 strikers up, as I've said before, we're better off. I think we've probably gained 10 to 12 points this season when I go 2 up later in the game, and it can shock the opposition then, and then it doesn't give them time to recover. So I think probably that has been a good move from us, and it's funny because since we've done that, that's probably why people think we're better to go with 2 up top all the time. That necessarily isn't the case, and sometimes bringing those strikers on, sometimes it's a different game for different people. And when we went to 3 up today with Joe come on, I thought he was brilliant today when he went on. Joe held the ball up, incredibly strong, brought other players into play. So he can do that role very well by himself. Cards is a different one. Cards is more of a runner for us when we play that one, and Doige is probably more that that technical one when we almost want, when we're going to play 4-3-3, for Doige to be that false 9 a little bit, because he comes a bit deeper. And there's lots of whys and wherefores throughout the season. If you look at it, I think Doige has been probably our better one when he's come off the bench, when the game has been stretched a little bit more, which is where he scored a fair few of his goals. That's not to say he won't start, if you know what I mean, but he's probably been the one that's had the bigger impact when he comes off the bench. He's probably a bit more relaxed when he comes on, and but that's probably where I am with all of it.
Ryan Dennis with his 5th goal of the season. Firstly, how is he? It seemed to have quite a big knock in the first half.
Yeah, I think what he'd done, I don't know whether the knock was so much a problem. I thought that was the header when he was running back towards his own goal, and he managed to, that one where you rip your neck and you end up with that bad neck fur. I don't know. Sometimes depends on your age, I suppose. If younger like you, will be gone in a couple of days. With me, it'll probably be a bit longer. But Ryan's headed one there, and that one where you rip your neck a little bit. It's not ideal when you rip your neck when you're a centre back, and certainly as a centre back like Ryan. So I think that he was first class today. I thought he deserved he deserved his goal at the end there. I thought there were some good performances all game from him. I thought Sean Long was excellent today. I thought Charlie McCann was excellent today. So yeah, and obviously the subs come on and had an impact, you know. But that's good, you know. That's what we want. We're building up to, you know, a more important time of the season. The season's been long. It's been hard. Wherever we go, it's a tough game for us. You know, it was a hostile environment for us today. But that's no different. You know, what we do is we want that. We want that at home towards the other teams, because the games that we've got there now are going to be very important to us.